Steady getting the Doxas on the show. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for being so dang awesome. Supporting this channel and the whole watch community. Sending over these really cool watches for me to check out so you guys can see them too. So I said I was going to try to get all the Doxas on, but they keep putting out new models. So that's going to be a challenge. Willing to accept the challenge. But this guy here is kind of a special one. Comes with a special price point too. It is just under $4,800. So be prepared to pony up for this guy if you are interested in it. You know, reach out to my guy Tyler. Maybe there's some room to work. I really don't know because this is a limited edition. Oftentimes that removes the option for any sort of negotiation. There's only 300 of these, so like keep that in mind too. This is the Doxa Sub 300 Carbon. Aqua Lung, Sharkhunter Carbon, it's all of that, I guess. I don't know how they put that much description into one watch, but it is really cool. And it's like a forged carbon, so, and it's literally everywhere. It's pretty nuts. So let's talk about case size first. I measure width at 42.4 millimeter, super thin case, mid case. It is super thin. I'll show you next to my 300T. The lug to lug is a 45.5 millimeter. The thickness is 13.8, but you can see you have a boxed double domed sapphire crystal adding to that thickness. 20 millimeter lug opening, but this rubber strap does flare out to kind of, made up with the case a little bit better, and then flares back down to 20. It is a cut to fit strap, so use caution. That's all I can say. Like just do like one at a time. Intend to go one cut shorter potentially on the thumb side of your wrist, the 6 o'clock of the watch. The clasp, very simple fold over, just like my 300 there. And this is all PVD coated, has a adjustment there, and then just a double pusher. I know we've seen this style clasp on micro brands, but I will say this is more premium than those. If you haven't handled these Doxas, this actually works perfect every time and actually sounds nice even clicking down. So it is a better quality for sure. 6.5 millimeter screw down crown, keeping that 300 meter water resist. Now let's take a closer look at all of the carbon. Inside is an automatic movement. Doxa sources a chronometer grade movement for this watch, as they should for this price point. If we look at the case back, you'll see on this titanium case back, which there's actually a titanium inner body of the watch to kind of give, everything to screw into and just give it the water resist rating. So you can see there, very cleanly done, certified chronometer, and it is all forged carbon. You can see that really thin mid case. The bezel is actually a forged carbon with an inlay. The crown is carbon with the yellow signed logo there. And then of course the dial is even forged carbon. Aqua Lung, Sub 300, Sharkhunter, Carbon, Doxa Automatic, all text on the dial. Just a really cool looking watch. And really lightweight too. I still need to find my scale, but that information will be on the link if you click that. 120 click, speaking of clicking, 120 click bezel. And for being a light bezel, a lot of times titanium bezels are really light. They sound terrible, most of them, unless you're like Tudor, and then they're just like phenomenal for some reason. But this carbon one, it sounds and feels perfect. So I'm not sure how they accomplished that, just they did. Super legible, good lume. We'll do the lume here in a minute. Let's do a wrist shot first. Of course I can't clasp it because of that stupid tag, but there it is on wrist. Great fitting watch. And if you want to step up your Doxa game and wear something that is not, I wouldn't say Doxa is cliche, but getting the orange Sub 300, little cliche in the Doxa world. But you can see here the total difference in the case. Obviously stainless steel versus carbon, but look how thin the mid case is on the carbon versus the case on the 300T. Just completely different cuts and measurements and everything everywhere. So pretty cool though. Quick blast with the UV light. turn off the studio lights and check out the lume on this. Again, big thanks to Tyler and the entire crew at Exquisite Timepieces. The #1 trusted source for, I mean, watch purchases. You can't even say like one brand. Like I just mentioned this in the Alexander watch video I did. Like when I say, hopefully this isn't lost on you, when I say they're an authorized dealer for over 60 brands, try to think of 60 brands. Like even when you look at their website and you scroll through all their authorized dealer brands, like there's going to be a bunch of them you've never even heard of. Click on them, check them out. Some of them are going to be insane and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, but some of them, like that Alexander, is actually really cool. And then of course Doxa, there's multiple, way more SKUs than I've ever seen from the brand. So you got to explore a little bit. This one's not going to be like on there. You got to click on the sub 300 and then there'll be more watches down below on that. You got to keep looking. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid.